Hello everyone, welcome back to Blueprints. This is Key of W, etc., etc. So you may be wondering, if you are one of my amazing millions of devoted fans, that you missed day 59. Last video I ended day 58, very frustrated, and today is day 60. That's because I recorded day 59, and then there was an error with the video that made it unplayable. And the game is already saved. Can't go back to day 59. The good news is, not much happened. You'll notice I have a lot of gems. That's because I had a freezer on day 59. And the only other thing I did was I took the crown of the blueprints out of the coat check and I replaced it with the emerald bracelet. The reason for that is a strategy of drafting the throne room without having to spend gems. So I don't have to worry about the gems at all if I get a coat check. So I'm going to continue going for the crown of the, not the crown of the blueprints. I'm going to continue going for the throne of the blueprints and then draft blue rooms out of that. And the way I'm going to do that here, this Royal Scepter is going to make blueprints more common. I'm going to make an assumption here that the throne room of the blueprints, even though it is a blue room, is still considered a black print. I'm going to assume that's the case, and the reason it's not showing up is because it's this color room. So I'm going to see what happens if I say black prints are more likely to be drawn today. Now, good news, there are only two black rooms, the treasure trove and the throne room. So very quickly, I'm going to run through all the black prints available. The bad news is, once I run out of these, yes, there will be more likely to draw the blue rooms, but it won't be as much as if I had the banner of the king on blue. So it's quite possible that after drafting the throne room, if it even shows up, I don't even know what's going on in this game. If it even shows up, I might still have trouble getting 8 blue rooms in a row. But I would rather just draft the room I want. I would rather just see it. Let's put a workshop here so I can just get further into the mansion. Yeah, I don't really have anything. And this, oh, sorry, this also counts as a black print because it counts as every room. So we're going to put this here. Now let's do some stuff out here. Another thought I had, and this thought, yeah, see, like, I just get tons of different colors, so there's no guarantee I get blue rooms. Another thought I had was that with the new patch, it made a change to how the conservatory works, or at least changing the rarity. I can still change the rarity of the rooms as normal, but now there's the ability to reverse changes on rarity. 12 versus 21 minus 20 is 1. So 24 minus 1 is 23, switch is 32, divided by 8 is 4. 20 minus 1 is 19, swapped is 91, minus 20, 71, swapped is 17. My thought was, maybe with the new patch, because the ability to change the rarity back to normal was implemented, it might have actually changed the rarity on all the rooms. Even though it says standard, it might actually be rare. It might just, the game just might think it's rare because it reset it. That would really suck because it would undo all of the progress I made in the conservatory. Just completely 100% brick my file. I would have to get lucky to find it in the conservatory again. There's that treasure trove. I do want to see the note in here. So I can make a note of that. Here, I'm going to open up. I do have my files ready to go this time around. Where's those treasure trove notes? This is treasure trove note number 12. It's a black chest with a sun symbol. You will need a key to obtain the true treasure of the trove. That is, in fact, true. So let's put that in my notes, and then note that it is black chest. I'm typing that in. Tick, 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 tick. Black chest, sun symbol. I believe something said sun symbols are always true. All boxes marked by sun contain memos that are true. Yep. And it's also the same color and symbol chest as the one that said that. Anyway, so if the rarity was in fact changed, I already have something going this way, so let me put the storeroom here. Then I'm kind of screwed because I put a lot of work into changing the rarity of all my rooms, and now it's rare again. Although, even being rare, I feel like after multiple days, I should have seen it at least once, along with the vault, another room I'm looking for that I have not seen. So I wonder if the patch screwed things up. And if so, that really sucks because I'm wasting my time. I'm just completely 100% wasting my time if that's what is going on. I can feed the pig even more. Let's see. Key. Yeah, these are all good. West Wing Hall, so I can make more rooms. But yeah, making the black prints more common means that once I run out of black rooms, it just feeds me all types of rooms, and I'm not guaranteed to get the blue rooms that I need after drafting the throne room. I don't know. When I did my original file before this patch, I would have the Banner of the King go for blue rooms, and I would get the throne room pretty quickly, actually. I think it only took a couple days before I got it, and that file I didn't make it standard. I kept it rare, I think, and I still got it after a couple days. So honestly, I think the game is just being rude and homophobic. Okay, this will give me extra items. 1, 2. I mean, if that's the case, if it's one of these where the game is just now kind of bricked, I will just have to wait until they patch it before I can record anymore, which really sucks because I don't want to, like, take too much time between recording because then I forget what's going on. And I also don't want to start a new game. Oh, there it is. Okay, Throne of the Blueprints. So, it is still in the game, but it must be considered a black room. But now once I do this, I have to draft 8 blue rooms in a row. This is going to be rough. It doesn't make blue rooms more possible. This makes blue rooms more possible, but it doesn't seem to be doing anything because I'm seeing tons of non-blue rooms. So now the quest is to only take a blue room if offered. So I have to take it. Let's take the den first. So yeah, it's just considered a black... That's so weird. It's not a black room. It's a blue room now. Okay, attic. We have a chance. We have a chance. Okay, I don't have to completely, like, restart my freaking game. That would have made me so pissed if I had to do that. I'm glad that my paranoid theory wasn't true, and the truth was that the game just has a bug and doesn't know what color the throne room is. Don't really care about the items. At this point, I really just need 8 blue rooms in a row. That's the only thing I care about. I have dice as well, so I can do this. I can also redraw forever and ever using this. And study. This is actually good to redraw with because I can use the gems instead of using stars. Alright, is it the only place? Yeah, this is really the only way to go, so I do need to make sure that I don't get dead ends. Dining room is facing the wrong way, but I just have to take it. Alright, 4 more blue rooms. This does have to turn left. It's the only option I have. I'll take drawing room, because it also gives me a free redraw. There's the safe. Redraw for free. Those are not blue. Security is great, because it gives me almost guaranteed win. No. Also, no, come on, man. Mailroom? You know what? I'm okay making dead ends, because I just need to make 1 more blue room, and that will solve this forever. Seal unlocked. That is done permanently. I never have to do this again. I never have to worry about this fucking throne room. So we're going to go out to the blue room outside. And then I don't really know if I care what I do with the rest of the day. After this, I think the only puzzles left that I am aware of are paying for blue tents, which requires getting a buttload of money in one day. That's not too bad if I just keep making treasure troves. Eventually I'll get there. The other thing is I've got to figure out what the numeral core puzzle is about. And then I have to get the vault key. Also, I can't find the vault. That's a blue room. I haven't seen the vault in forever. So maybe the game did reset the rarity of rooms. And the vault is now a rare room all over again. Oh yeah. The thing I told you about where the chips, it doesn't remember where the chips are. So let's go. Like if I leave the chips in there, the game apparently just doesn't want them to be left there and it puts them somewhere else. I don't know why. It either is a bug or it's deliberate, because in previous versions of the game, the boiler room door thing, that red door, would not stay open. And so if you left the chips there and then couldn't get a boiler room, the chips would be inaccessible. But that's not really an issue. You just have to get the boiler room again and then you get your chips back. I'm not sure. I think they appear here. Yeah, the chips reappear in this room. Come on, give me the last one. Thank you. Clicking on that for 8 million years, nothing was happening. But yeah, we're almost done. I think we're almost done with the game. There's only a few puzzles left. I mean, they lead to other puzzles, but the puzzles they lead to are not that numerous. And in fact, I think there's one puzzle that I've done that, like, solving one of the puzzles I'm working on leads to a hint to another puzzle that I've actually already solved using other hints. So really, there's only one thing I can think of, one major thing I can think of that hasn't been done in this file, which I'll leave that as a surprise for when we see it. Okay, microchip time. The only thing is, I did not write down what I should do in this room. There's a thing I can do in this room that is temporary. Wind up key. So it's a parlor puzzle. This one says, you have reached the end of your journey. There are 2 true boxes in this room. There is no end to this journey. So if this is false, one of these 2 is true. And if this is true, one of these 2 is true. So either there's no end to this journey, or there is an end to the journey and we've reached it. I think this is the one I want, as far as I remember. So I'm going to try this box. Good news is, we could just come back here every day. 3 days in a row, we can try every box. But this kind of is the one I want. Unless I'm wrong and it's not the one I want. Is it? Yes, this is. This is the box I want. It contains a book called The Blueprints by Mary Matthew Jones. To my son Simon, in whose eyes I see the world anew. There was a blue prince who sat on a blue throne. He had a blue crown made of sapphires and a blue castle made of stone. The prince had a love for all things blue. It's the only true color in my humble view. He couldn't stand the tint of a hallway or a shop. He couldn't stand the shade of trees the green rooms brought. Doesn't quite rhyme. He seldom talked to others, for they rarely shared this view. He never went to town, nor saw the flags they flew. And do you know which game the prince instead would play? The one that made him happy whenever skies were gray? A game he had played in the house and on the grounds, and maybe you can guess from the clues that we have found. It was a game full of rooms and the stories that we climb, about a house full of lies and the truth that one prince finds. And as you, my reader, might already assume, this game is quite near you, in fact, in the same room. A game about you and the plans that you made, about a blue prince and his blueprints, the blue game we just played. The end. And so this doesn't really give us clues to a puzzle. This is basically a way of the game telling us we've reached an ending point. Of course, we found room 46, we've found the throne room and changed it blue, and with that cutscene we saw a couple videos ago, I think, sort of, I guess my interpretation of the plot is there's the political intrigue of this between your great uncle Herbert and your mother and you, where it seems like the purpose of you inheriting the house is you also sort of creating a new political regime. Because blue is a color that's unused. Black was the original color of Orinda Aries. It's now red as Fen Aries. And every other country uses a different color, but none of them use blue. And the idea is that you are sort of the heir to a new politic, which between your mother and your great uncle have set this whole elaborate thing up so that you find the clues to inherit without the the inspector finding it first. This idea, because the house is under scrutiny, an Alzara prediction talked about that, as well as there were some notes, like the note that was in the censored Arinda Aries book, like how this inspector was looking for things or investigating the crime of the theft of the crown, which has been stolen and changed from red to blue. That's the crown of the blueprint. So there's this whole intrigue thing going on. Unfortunately, we don't get a cutscene at this point, and we don't ever receive like an aftermath. But this counts as an ending point. There's multiple. Finding Room 46 is a good ending point if you just want the base game experience and don't want to go through the excruciating bit of all the late game puzzles. Changing the throne room blue is a potential good ending point because you see, sort of the purpose of that. This is an ending point. You can see that. There is one other thing we can do. And just like all the other ending points, it really isn't all that conclusive. This game never gives us a conclusive post-credit sequence of like, you did it, you saved Christmas, here's how it goes. Now, there are these other 2 boxes I can open. I'm just going to spoil it right now. Both of them are empty, but there is something in one of the boxes we can still see. I forget which one it is. I think it's this box. But we'll come back on another day, I think. I think I'm going to continue and try to do the one big last puzzle we really have left. I mean, there's 2 puzzles, but one of them is essentially complete because it gives us clues to get us into here. So I think I'm going to open this on another day. Or what I could do is try to draft a funeral parlor. And if I draft a funeral parlor, I can come back with that wind-up key and open the black box. You know what? Let's try. This has been a pretty quick recording session. I got the throne room quick today, instead of taking 4 days like the last video. Is there anything else I can be doing? I mean, going for the other puzzle kind of requires me to get a few things together that I don't have yet. Actually, both puzzles that remain in the game, this is sort of my looking ahead. There's no way for me to know this, but both puzzles require me to get access to the vault. So unless the vault starts showing up again, I cannot finish this game, because that's all I have left to do is get into the vault. One of them we know, because we need the vault key to open the final thing and get the sanctum key that we still haven't gotten, so we can finish all those puzzles. This was the wrong way. I needed to go through the workshop. But the other puzzle will eventually lead us back to the vault. It doesn't make sense like right now, there's no way for you to know unless you know the game. But if I can't get to the vault in any way, then the game is over. Like, if the vault really has been changed to rare, I don't know, maybe I'll fish for the conservatory again and start making days about that. Let's not have the weight room in here, shall we? Are you kidding me? Like, what do you think redraw floor plans means? Show me the same room I just saw? No. I guess that'll work. Looking for that good old funeral parlor. This will not give me funeral parlor, but it will give me some more doors. Sure. I don't have a shovel, so I don't care about going in there. Hey, there's the vault! I don't have the key. Wow. Okay, so the vault still is in the game. It didn't get removed, but I think it has been changed to rare. Is there a reason to open this door, though? Because I don't have a vault key. And I don't know where to find one. I have a plan on how to get the vault key. Don't worry about it. I do have a plan. It's not an amazing plan. It requires a bunch of setup, and I'll probably save it for another video to try. But I do have a plan to get a vault key if I can't find it anywhere else. Let me redraw, see if I can get a green room. Yeah, that changes my luck. Which isn't that great. Luck just means I find more items, which could lead to a vault key. I don't have a shovel, so that doesn't matter. Oops, I should have tried the lockpick first. Patio. Yes. Yeah, I don't have a show. So higher luck means I should find more items? Supposedly it's a pretty big increase in luck when you do this. Pool is good. I'd rather East Wing Hall. Don't clog my stuff up. I don't need the pump room ever again. Ooh, my luck got me a coin. Wow. Drafting studio is a wasted room now. I have the key card. So, yes. Metal detector, not useful in this particular run. What am I thinking? What am I going for? Like, let me put the vault in. Because with my higher luck, there is a chance of finding a vault key. It's just a regular key in a coupon book. It's fine. And if I find that vault key, I will be very, very happy. Also, the vault's shown up twice now. Did it actually get set back to standard or something? I don't know what's going on here. I also need blue tents. I need to go for that. So I need to go for money on a day. So maybe a freezer would help. Conservatory. Yeah, there's my emerald bracelet. I told you I put that in there. That would have been for this puzzle that I just did. I ended up not needing it. Would I need it? No. What I'll end up doing is if I get a vault key on a day I don't have a vault, I'll put the vault key in here is what's going to happen. Because then I can go for blue rooms and it should show up. So I don't have a shovel or a sledgehammer, so... I have a lot of these, but I don't have a lot of keys. Okay, so let's see where we are. Trophy room is... Yeah, it's reset. I don't want rare. I want this to be very common. I want those. Laundry room should be rare. I don't like it. Hallway closet. I don't like this anymore. Didn't I set this to unusual? Yeah, it's reset all of my rarities. That is in fact what happened. That is so annoying. That is so annoying. That's why I couldn't find the rooms I was looking for. The patch broke the game. Alright. So what I'd want now... What, a commissary here? There's never a vault. Oh, maybe a vault key could show up here. Maybe. Special key. It's a long shot. I don't think it'll be the vault key. But if it's the vault key, I will be very happy. Nope, silver key. Oh my goodness, I hate that so much. Alright, let's get some keys. Why am I buying so much? I don't think I'll see a freezer. Freezer would be nice, but I think because I had a freezer yesterday, it can't show up again. Freezer can't show up 2 days in a row. So instead, I need to find something that gives me a vault key. So a good room with items in it. Great hall. Now I have all these keys. Should have some items. Let's see about that one. Nice. See which ones I can specially unlock. I am not good at picking locks here. Alright, this is just the doorway. That's the dead end. Ah, that's the dead end. This is items. I don't care about this anymore. I really don't care about room 46 in this run anymore. This, I think, is the way forward. This is the item room. Yeah, just regular items. I mean, my luck is increased, which is nice, but let me put silver key here. Vestibule? Archives is good for doors, but it really sucks to not be able to see what I'm getting. Vestibule is not going to have any items. This will have items in it, at the very least, because really I have all the rooms I want. I just want items. And it looks like nothing appeared. I know for sure. Yeah, I drafted 2 green rooms out of the cloister. I should have good luck. Foyer. I don't care about doors. I want something with items in it. Laboratory is probably going to have them. course, it makes it really hard to get rooms down here. Let's take the laboratory anyway. Okay, items. This counts as an item, but it's not one I want. Steps are always good. I wonder if there's an experiment that I can do. No. Whatever. I don't care. I don't care. I'm making a shop room. Maybe I see a shop room I want. And then I get a little bit extra mail. Eventually the mail room will be completely full, but I don't think that has happened yet. Solarium, no thank you. Let's get one that splits as... Okay, I hate that so much. The pool, I guess we're going to put that there. Let's open these and hope for gems. Coins, really not helpful. There we go. Banana. Yeah, okay, it's making food, which is good for steps, but what I really, really want is items. And I don't know if there are particular rooms that generate these. I wonder what that room is. Particular rooms that will generate the vault key, or if it's just you gotta get lucky. But if I can find it. Okay, a gem is good. That spreads keys. I don't have a conference room. That's gonna make things really annoying. There's always an item in the sauna. And it is a gem. No, that's ticking. Something else is in here. Coins. Come on. Alright. I still believe the vault key can happen. I still believe in myself. I don't believe in the game anymore because it's reset the rarity of all my rooms. Gymnasium, no. It sometimes has items, but I'm low on steps. Planetarium doesn't end the day. Let's find something. Mount Holly gift shop. Let's do that. It's going to add a letter to the mailroom. So, blue tents is all I have. 400 is what I need. That's going to be rough. It's going to be hard to get. Now, if I get enough coins into the chapel, that's good because I can break the piggy and see what I get. And also get the treasure trove. So maybe I start by making Black Prince common, get the treasure trove, get the chapel, then see if I can buy blue tents. But then I have to draw this room, and since the rarity's been reset, this is now a rare room all over again. That is annoying. I could also make shop rooms more common, which guarantee I eventually get this room. Garage is not going to have things in it. Trophy room is just going to have gems, which is good. Veranda's good. There's that shovel. So at the very least I can dig. Vault key is possible to dig up. I think. I don't know if it's ever happened to me or if I'm just projecting because I really, really want it to be true. But I think the vault key can be dug up. I'm getting the metal detector going on. Oh, coin. So I don't really need coins anymore. Vibio game. Kitchen, no thank you. Kitchen actually sets off the mail thing. Because eventually there's a max amount of mail. I never have to do that thing again. Let's get my steps. Banana's only going to cost 1 coin because of this coupon book. I wonder if it's possible to get something that costs 1 coin and then have the coupon book get it for free. I don't know if I've ever been able to pull that one off. Okay. Courtyard's probably going to have something in it. I'm really running out of space to get that vault key, aren't I? Oh, there's the sledgehammer. Let's see. Old shoe. Pretty sure nothing's going to happen here with that vault key. And then something that lots of items in it. Commissary, I can buy items, but vault key is not one of the ones you can buy. Oh dear. Kennel has dig spots. And I have seen a vault key in the kennel before, but apparently not today. Hey, buddy. Okay, last room to open is in the Great Hall. There are more dig spots I can use, but I don't think I'm going to get anything in those. Let's try again. You know what? It's time to feed the beast. That's what we're doing in here. We're feeding the beast. Because now I can guarantee more blue tents. Okay, how many steps do I need to get back to the break room? Let's keep going. There. So I want to go to the foundation through the East Wing Hall. I think I have enough to make it back. I might even get a turnip here. Key, not really helpful right now. Turnip, yep. I was hoping that would turn up. Thank you. That joke was made possible by dads everywhere. Nail. Okay. I could go in there and hope for something good. Probably not going to get anything, but, you know, it's worth taking a look. Nope. So the increased luck really didn't do anything for me. We can check out the mailroom, I suppose. I have steps to do that with, yeah. And look at the last letters. I think I've done all the letters now. Yeah, this is as many letters as you can see. So this letter says, Simon, I can't think of any reason you need to access the server administrative controls before I return, but your father has mentioned your interest in computers, so I have a feeling you may be a bit more hands-on than your great uncle. You'll find the admin terminal in Blackbridge Grotto, a small cavern sealed, much like the story, off of the East Drive. I believe I've previously explained how to restore power to the grotto in one of my earlier letters. However, keep in mind that accessing the terminal requires an admin key. Unfortunately, I won't be able to set one up for you until I return, but your admin key will eventually be Joan S., first 4 letters of your family name. Or if you prefer, we could use a pseudonym. I'm sure we'll discuss it in greater detail when I return. So if you haven't figured out the admin stuff, this letter will help you. Simon, if you do end up accessing the admin controls in Blackbridge Grotto, I'm sure you notice the sealed circular door at the left of the terminal. As you likely have already concluded for yourself, this door can only be opened if 3 different microchips are inserted in the central pedestal. Normally, all 3 microchips are kept secured in 3 other locations, but I decided to make it easy for you and left one of the microchips in the grotto for ready access. However, you will have to find a new clue or 2 to find the others. So yeah, if you haven't found them yet, go to the book A New Clue, use the magnifying glass. Do you need the magnifying glass? Yeah, you need a magnifying glass to figure out some of it. And we've already done that. And here's the last stamp. I don't have a magnifying glass to look at it, but any other day I have a magnifying glass, we can make a mailroom, I can come in here and look at it. But I can tell it's the symbol for Carrerica there. And it looks snowy. So now we know the weather of Carrerica. We think we know it's also got a university, so it's probably university style. So we just need to know the ray style, or the number of rays for transportation, I think. We have the color, it's orange. We have the style of ray will be whatever snowy is. Right? The motes... Something like that. I think we have enough. We might be able to do this one now. Simon, I'm honestly very impressed with the number of experiments you've been successful in executing. I certainly wasn't expecting to write this many letters when I started our correspondence. Frankly, I'm not quite sure what other advice I can offer in the blind without knowing directly what the challenges you are currently facing on the estate. For all I know, you've long since reached room 46 and are just continuing your unaccompanied exploration, stag, happy, and free of the maids and staff crowding the halls and getting in your way. I can't say I blame you, and I'm sure the other members of the household are quite enjoying their extended vacation. Speaking strictly for myself, however, I cannot wait to get back and begin working with you directly. Helping you through these letters has only whetted my imagination, and to be candid, our collaboration in this correspondence has reminded me so much of working with Mary. I know she's proud of you. Until the day I return, Randolph. Yeah, so I don't have a magnifying glass, unfortunately, and I can't get one today because I think, yeah, I've filled out the whole house and there's nothing to buy a magnifying glass in. Let's go to the break room, end the day, And I know now sort of what my goals are. Who cares about that stupid pizza? Yeah, I have to go around this way. I was thinking, is there a faster way? There is not. I need to buy blue tents, which just requires me to do a money day. I'm just going to see what's in here. No. Well, there's 2 out there, maybe. At this point, I don't have enough steps to get back to the vault, though, if it turns out the vault key could be in one of these. Yeah, I can't. There's that. I need to get the vault key, and the plan... I'll just tell you the plan. I don't know when I'm going to record again. I'm probably going to stop after this and upload some videos. After this, what I'll do is use the banner of the... first of all, make a shrine in the outer room. So get some dice, go to the outer room, make a shrine, make Blessing of the Monk. Come back in the house, Banner of the King, make red rooms. Look for the Lost and Found. Enter the Lost and Found, end the day. Then, every successive day, I go to the outer room, I make the Lost and Found first. Because I won't lose an item, and there's a chance a vault key can show up. From then on, I make blue rooms common, and I look for the vault. If I don't get the vault, I get the coat check, and I put the vault key in the vault. And then I just keep doing this until the vault happens. That's sort of brute forcing my way to it. That's my plan to get a vault key. My plan to get money is... I don't know if there's enough in the chapel, because it doesn't tell you how much is in there till you break it. But my plan for that is to just keep getting the treasure trove, get that up really high. My allowance, like, yeah, I could get the allowance up to 400, but that would be an excruciating amount of time to get there. The treasure trove is 5 every time I draft it. If I make a treasure trove every single day, then eventually that gets up over 100. Another possibility is to make the lucky purse, but that requires coin purse and lucky rabbit's foot. It's pretty rare to get both of those in the same day, but if I happen to do that, I get the lucky purse, then I draft a treasure trove. It doubles the amount of money in the treasure trove. The trick is I have to get the Mount Holly gift shop on a day I get all the money, and the chapel. So the thing to do on those days is to make yellow rooms, make shops more likely, until I get the shop. Or I get the conservatory and make this a standard room again, which it's been reset because the patch broke the game. Honestly, really bad job, guys. Really bad job at the patch. So yeah, those are my plans. There's a couple ways about it, but that's really all I have left. Or at least it's all I can pursue. There's a couple puzzles after that, but there isn't really a feasible way of solving those without excessive luck or solving the 2 puzzles I have left to do. So that's what we have. We're going to call it a day here. And that's all. I'm glad I got this one. It would have happened much sooner if the patch didn't break my game. I would have already been moving on to other puzzles. I still am quite salty about that. Like, I know this game is essentially being coded by one dude. I know it's really... and it's a great game. It's probably Game of the Year. However, if you're gonna make patches to a game, you have to test that. You have to test the patches. You cannot put patches out and break the game. You can't do that. I've put hours and hours of work into this game. You cannot break the game by updating it. You just can't do that. It's unacceptable. Anyway, on that wonderful, happy note, I'm going to say goodbye to you now. I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.